Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Relo 3 replay. Spawn on the right side as the US player, we have YuNo. Spawn on the right, or that's the right side. Spawn on the other left side as the yellow... Am I going crazy? As the yellow allied player, we have YuNo. Spawn on the right side as the blue allies, we have RichardChai. Am I really going crazy? I might be. Attack dog has been deployed and out. We may see the peacekeeper engage it. Yellow's deployed out his own attack dog. Do we see? Yep, we got some peacekeeper. Push the way forward. We got the engineer captured the oil derrick. Looks like dog's heading out the water, trying to scout out his opponent. Seems going for an early airfield, but it doesn't. There's actually a second boot camp here. So that off. Looks like Yellow's going for a rush, a peacekeeper rush. Does not spot this refinery, so could make assumption that his opponent has gone for airfield, but doesn't see the airfield. It will leave him quite puzzled, to say the least. Yellow needs to push forward these peacekeepers and do aggressively. He may be eyeing just to engage and destroy that oil derrick. Another oil refinery has been on out. Yellow's eyeing to go out to the sea. The dog could potentially block that spot. He does not take time to crush a dog, and doesn't take time to actually get out into the sea itself. The blue force is quite significant. They're relatively even, but Yellow does have a slight numbers advantage. And the oil deck does go down there, while also knocking back most of his peacekeepers. The dog has set up on the expansion point there. Yellow's deployed out his own dog to remove him. Up north, we've got the yellow dog takes out the blue dog. And this refinery does get expanded out. Blue does not have expansion point, a third expansion point, but just yet, but he is going for this one. We do have these peacekeepers now advancing. It's hard to say who actually has more numbers. Blue has a significant number, yellow has a significant number. Seems relatively even. It's hard to say who has more. Yellow has spread up his forces, trying to get a better concave. Blue is setting up a double column line. Does throw some guys in that garrison. Very nice. Maybe some riptides can help engage win this fight. One of the yellow peacekeepers will be cleaned up. And now Yellow's oil derrick is now under siege. And Blue got a great engagement there, got a lot of free damage, a lot of free picks. But now Yellow's trying to make his way forward, but in a poor position right there. Blue's backing himself in the corner, so can't retreat back. Oil derrick does go down. Riptide's now charging on forward. It does have decent shield micro there, absorbing enough shots there. Blue's charging on forward as well. The peacekeepers' shields are being focused down. Second Riptide has been put out by Yellow. And he took out most of the shield formation, does take them off shield formation. Lots of damage coming out from Blue, and Vindicators do get some great bombing runs there, neutering those Riptides, and Yellow's peacekeepers got bunched up and just annihilated by the shotgun's AoE effect. We have a handful of javelins here now. I think that's going to be a multi-gun turret. Multi-gun turret with a peacekeeper inside will clean up the rest of that force. Honestly, a regular multi-gun turret can easily clean up that force as well. Peacekeepers are prepared dogs. And also these peacekeepers will be gunned down. Vindicators do get some good bombing rounds there. We've got a multi-gun turret, which could be also useful versus the Vindicators. Peacekeeper does go down. That's should be a good number of veteran soldiers in there. Yeah, an elite and veteran. Lose and forward 1 Peacekeeper for spotting purposes. These Peacekeepers trying to get cleaned up. Got a pair of dogs for blue, but they both get gunned down by well-placed shotgun blast, making the ATF proud. Cryo Blast does come forward, and counter Cryo Blast as well. Does freeze the multi-con turret. One's charging forward, does get cleaned up there. Can't get the kill there on the multi-con turret just yet. Does sell it off before getting destroyed there. Very nice. Great bark there by the dog, locking down a lot of those forces. No shields up either. Dog does get gunned down there. Second dog does go down as well. Yellow does have a number of veteran forces. 2 heroic, 1 elite, 2 veteran. Oh, on the right side, I wasn't paying attention. The Apollos are currently just sort of sitting there eating javelin shots. And they're a bit spicy for them. Peacekeeper does come on out, does receive nice AoE damage there as well. Giant inside that garrison. 1 Peacekeeper's inside the garrison as well. Power plant does go down there. Oh no, the heroic one's going first. Holy crap, what good bomb splits. They're all Vindicators. Apollos and Vindicators, or Apollo's trying to pursue those Vindicators of a full airfield of Vindicators. He has no air superiority defense with his own Apollos. Large force of Riptides coming forward, gains some great damage there onto the ore refinery. Cryo shot does come forward. And does take out that ore refinery. Nice gain right there. We do have a number of Riptides, however, in pursuit. Does manage to gun down that one. And the rest of these blue forces will escape on out there. We do have a dog here. Vindicator's coming for a bomb run. He does get a full kill there. Apollo's now in pursuit, but does find a Hydrofoil. 1 of the Vindicator Apollos will go down. That was the veteran one, or 1 of the Vindicators. And the Apollos will manage to keep on out there. Severely wounded, however. Hydrofoil still in the region, gains some good damage in as the Vindicators gain some good bombing runs. More Peacekeepers starting to stream their way forward. And over here we do have a assault destroyer starting to engage the prospector. Does see some bomb runs there, but didn't seem like a full bomb run. There's the rest of the bombs. Apollo's in pursuit. They don't take out the elite one. That was a bit of an oversight. We do got some dolphins and the hydrofoil coming forward. With the 1 weapon jammer there, it's really hurting out the limited numbers. Besides, sells off all this fortification, takes out the prospector as well. The Riptide needs to get back onto land, may get taken out by the dolphins, but does manage to escape out to land. Fresh assault destroyer pushes way forward, does take out the prospector there. Does go ahead and cryoblast that area. Did he just crush that? Didn't look like a crush. Now, was it going crazy, or did he actually shoot that? Soul Destroyer going to try to go ahead and crush those wall segments in order to crush the Prospector. Finds a potential good angle there, not responding all too well. Doesn't get the crush there. He was so close though. Soul Destroyer is trying to crush it down. Doesn't get the low damage, the high damage states, but does manage to gun it down. Soul Destroyers are now just pouring onto land. Well, the Soul Destroyer does go down, but all the Vindicators are now down. Blue's massive wave infantry pushing way forward. There's a hand. Yellow has less infantry, but the MCV here to support. And that is a vet. That is a naval dockyard, not our ore refiners. Wondering where these Soul Destroyers are coming from. MCV could just go ahead and try to deploy, get out a multi-gun turret and load up a Peacekeeper, but he's going to be used as an aggressive, defensive MCV. Soul Destroyers will be taking out the C refinery and try and get that Prospector as well. And there goes that ore refinery. Two of them now elite. Not sure how scary a heroic assault destroyer is, because most of the time you just see them from Black Hole, where you actually really ever see them getting kills with their gun. MCV now receives some fire. We do have a Javelin Troop here with laser lock equipped. A single dog will come on out and does not get the bark off there in time. But that does allow Yellow to advance, gain some great damage in. He's trying to charge forward. Both sides charging forward. But it looks like the Blue's force will get wiped out, but Yellow's not doing all too well either. And this reduced force is important because Blue doesn't have a whole lot of income at the moment. Or no, he does manage to rebuild his ore collectors. Pyroblast coming forward. A lot of those guys are in shield mode. A couple of them does get frozen. The fully heroic Peacekeeper there gains some good damage in. Does take out a fully heroic Peacekeeper itself. And here comes the dog. Does get a nice roar there, but does manage to get killed. That one also get killed as well. There are two heroic Peacekeepers. And here comes a multi-gun turret. And that should be able to clean up that force. Two heroic Peacekeepers now remain, trying to back away. There's no garrison here for them. Soul Destroyers are still alive, one of them fully heroic. The other, not fully heroic, elite. The other elite one did get cleaned up. But we got a naval dockyard here, Tech 2. Let's go ahead and use laser lock. That Assault Destroyer will likely go down if it doesn't respond soon enough. Yep, he does go down. Ooh, some sort of cryo ability was utilized there. This Assault Destroyer does perhaps claim another Prospector. Over here we do have the Peacekeepers now advancing, trying to gauge these forces. And they may get overwhelmed. These blue Peacekeepers are also advancing. Good damage onto Yellow's Peacekeepers. They're getting a bit too bunched up. Blue's MCV's advancing. We do have the laser lock Javelins now coming forward. They do unlaser lock there, gain some crushes there as well. Does do a split move there. The Javelin troops are getting crushed. All of them are crushed. Another Javelin troop does go down there as well. Blue's still in this game, that's for sure. Blue's definitely taking more cost-effective engagements as opposed to his opponent. Cryo again has come on right here, which will slow down his opponent and thus make it the MCP will get chilled potentially. Does freeze another his own Peacekeepers. Oh, that's a lot of his own Peacekeepers frozen there. Something's starting to be thawed out now, and they all do get thawed out in time. They have two fully heroic dolphins. Blue still has more of a force of peacekeepers here. Both sides is content building peacekeepers. Got three refineries. Both players lost their oil derrick. Blue's definitely losing more of his own peacekeepers, but he is pushing forward with some defensive turrets. And there's another good defensive turret. Having a fallback line of turrets like that can be useful. Maybe a good idea to throw one of these wounded peacekeepers in the back of it. They're not going to do much on the front line, that's for sure. This is starting to creep on forward. Has 3 barracks right here. I don't know why this force here on the minimap almost looked like there was a Tanya. Let's go ahead and laser lock down that observation post, try to get rid of it. To free up the movement center of the map. Got a crowd getting right here. It's probably poor time for the laser lock there. He's trying to make his way forward. Yellow does have a good hit force here, but will be cleaned on up by sheer numbers. These guys are falling back as well. None of the frozen guys are getting cleaned up. Some of them have thawed out now. And overall, Yellow has not taken very good engagements. He doesn't have any backline multi-gun turrets either. He sold those off. Blue has also a significant amount of efficiency on his forces, and some of them are getting healed up. And now we've got the multi-gun turret here, able to fire away. Laser lock javelin needs to come forward. Dog may be coming on now as well. Nope, just Peacekeeper. Going for immediately for shield wouldn't be half bad as well. Let's just draw fire. And now Blue's forces now make his way forward over here. And that's the end of the game. I think Yellow backed out of the game. It ended abruptly, so I actually really don't know who won the game. Either way, this is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.